Today we are going to be talking about poetry in our homeschool. So if you are interested in how we do poetry, stick around. Hi everyone, welcome to our homeschool table. My name is Jerilyn. I'm a mom of 3 kids ages 10, 3, and 1. I have been homeschooling. We've just finished 5 years and we'll be starting our 6th year in August. And today I'm going to be talking about how we do poetry in our homeschool. So grab your mug of water and let's get started. Over the past few years, we have been using Sunlight in our homeschool. We use their History Bible Literature program, and as part of the literature part of the program comes a poetry book. So I'm just going to show you 2 of the 3 levels that we've used so far because the other one is put up away in the attic right now, but I will show a picture of what we used for the first year. In Sunlight Level B, we used a nature poetry book, and that was really great. My daughter loved looking at that one, and I will post a picture of that. Then in Level C, we used 104 poems of whimsy and wisdom to delight children of all ages. And this poetry book has lots of really pretty pages. My daughter really enjoyed these poems, and she especially liked the pictures and the illustrations that went with the poems. She really likes Christina Rossetti, and there are lots of her poems in this book, so she really enjoyed that. This coming year in Level E, we are going to be using How to Eat a Poem, and this book is a lot more just simple poems, about 1 per page. And so this one is very basic and just has very short poems. We read about 2 per week. This last year, in her 4th grade year, I decided to switch to using Ambleside online for our enrichment studies. So things like music and composer study, art and artist study, hymn study, poetry. We tried a little bit of Shakespeare. I could take it or leave it. And I did really like the poetry anthologies that they put together through Ambleside Online. Now, I am going to show you on their website how you can access these poems for free. But if you are like me and you want everything kind of ready to go and done for you, I really recommend getting their poetry anthologies. Volume 4 stands for year 4 of the program. And so each different level of, or each different grade would have their own poetry book. Now, a lot of people that use Ambleside combine for poetry and just choose one of the grade levels to do with the whole family. And if I had more kids that were actually in school at the current time, I would probably do it that way also. But since I only have one daughter who is really in school, my other 2 are 3 and 1, they aren't really participating in this. But if I had other kids closer in age, I would definitely group them together for this. But in this particular book, there are 3 different poets. There's Alfred Lord Tennyson, Emily Dickinson, and William Wordsworth. I also have the volume 5 for this coming year that I purchased. These books are fairly inexpensive. I just buy them on Amazon. I will put the price down here. And year 5 has Rudyard Kipling, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and then the last term is John Greenleaf Whittier and Paul Laurence Dunbar. And so the Ambleside online program, as well as a lot of other Charlotte Mason resources, are scheduled in 3 terms, 3 12-week terms. And so that is kind of what we will be doing as well. So let's flip the camera around and I will show you inside each of these resources to see if they are something that you might consider for your homeschool. So the first poetry book that we used was a nature poems book from National Geographic, I believe, and I put a picture about that. But this is the poetry book that comes with the Sunlight History Bible Literature Level C This is 104 Poems of Whimsy and Wisdom to Delight Children of All Ages, and it's edited by Amy Lykosh and illustrated by Summer Wilhor. Here's their information down here. So you can just see already, based on the cover art, that it's very beautiful on the inside. There are many different poems here. And there are usually multiple poems per page. I really like how it says the name of the poet and their the years that they were alive. So you can kind of get an idea of the time period that they wrote these poems. There are lots of very well-known poets in this book: Paul Laurence Dunbar, Alfred Lord Tennyson, William Blake, Emily Dickinson, Lewis Carroll, Robert Louis Stevenson, Christina Rossetti, William Wordsworth. So many great classic poets. My daughter really likes this poem, What is Pink? She memorized that one a couple years ago. And Caterpillar. So this is just a little peek inside. I won't go through the entire book, but you can get an idea of the types of poems and the length. So that is 104 poems. For this year in level E, we're going to be doing How to Eat a Poem, and this one is a lot more simple. It does list at the beginning all of the poems and who wrote them, but they're just short, one-page poems. Honestly, I doubt my daughter's going to love this one because there's no illustrations, but they're still good poems nonetheless. So that's just a little peek into How to Eat a Poem. So let's go ahead and look inside of the Poetry Anthology Volume 4. Starts with Alfred Lord Tennyson. It tells you the dates that he was alive. There's a biographical sketch for him, which I'll show you, and then it lists all of the poems that he wrote for this, that they included in this book. There's 40 total. Then the next poet, Emily Dickinson, the years that she was born, the years that she was alive, the biographical sketch, and then all the poems that are listed in this book. And then William Wordsworth and the years that he was alive, a biographical sketch, and all of the poems listed out. So you can see there's a little bit at the beginning of the person that compiled this anthology. And here is the first page of the biographical sketch. So these are written by Donna Jean Breckenridge. And there's just a short little biography, 2 pages, and then it starts right into the poems for that particular poet. We really like these books because we can just pull them out, read a poem, put them back, instead of having to go onto the website and look up that poem of the day. I will show you at the end how you can access these completely for free on the Ambleside online website. I'll just kind of show you where it is and how to find it. So each of the poets are listed at the top there until you get to the next section for the next poet. And I'll just show you what the next biographical, oh, here it is. So here's the page for Emily Dickinson and the little biography about her. So we would read this at the beginning of the term when we would start a new poet. We would do maybe 2 poems per day, a couple days a week, to get through each of the poets in one term. So that's the 4th volume, and here's the 5th volume that we'll be doing this year. It's set up exactly the same. They start these at year 1, I believe. And we only started in with Ambleside during 4th grade, but I do plan for the future to start using these earlier on with my younger kids. So I will be getting the anthologies for them as well. Charlotte Mason recommended doing recitation and some memorization. And so my daughter really likes to memorize poems and different parts of the Bible. So she usually goes through at the beginning and picks which one that she wants to do. She usually picks ones that are shorter if she can. So that was just a look inside of the volume 5. So now I will go ahead and show you how to access these on the Ambleside website. This is the main screen of Ambleside Online's curriculum, and you can get information about the curriculum, and then you can look things up by year, by subject, and then there's other resources. So we are going to go to the poetry section, and you'll notice here that it starts at year 1 and goes all the way down to year 12. There's Canadian poets and holiday poems as well. So today I'm going to show you a little bit about year 5, since that's what we're going to be on. But basically, if you did not purchase the Ambleside poetry anthology that I just showed, you can go on the website and access all of those same poems for free, and you can even print them out if you want. But so here's year 5, so you would just click on the poet that you're working on, and you can either click one of these to jump straight to that poem, or you can just scroll down. They're all here. So just like in the book, poem 1, it lists the name of the poem, when it was written, and then you can just read it either off of your device, or you can print them out and make your own little booklet if you wanted to. These resources are completely free. If you're wondering how to schedule these poems, what I particularly like to do is I like to figure out how many days there are in my 12-week term, and then divide that by the number of poems that that poet has, and then I will know how many I need to do per week, and then I can decide how many times a week I want to do that, and then how many per day. So this particular poet has 33, so I would likely do about 3 poems per week for the 12 weeks. So you could either do 1 per day or do them all on the same day, or however you like to do poetry in your homeschool. Thank you so much for coming today. I hope that was helpful for you to see inside. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Or if you have any good recommendations of other poetry books or resources that you know about, leave those down in the comments so that other people can kind of see other options that are out there. I know there are lots of morning basket videos that are out there on YouTube talking about different poetry books, and so I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about what we are using here. I have done 2 videos previous to this one in this series, how we do health in our homeschool and how we do nature study in our homeschool. So if you are interested in seeing a little bit more about how we do other minor subjects, go ahead and click the link down below in the description box for the How We Do series video playlist. Thank you so much for coming today. I hope you guys are all having a great day, and we'll see you next time.